time, once upon a mountaintop, 3 little trees stood and dreamed of what they wanted to be when they grew up. The first little tree looked up at the stars twinkling like diamonds above him.
I want to hold treasure. I want to be covered with gold and filled with precious stones. I will be the most beautiful treasure chest in the world.
The second little tree looked out at the small stream trickling on its way to the ocean.
I want to be a strong sailing ship. I want to travel mighty waters and carry powerful kings. I will be the strongest ship in the world.
The third little tree looked down into the valley below, where busy men and women worked in a busy town.
I don't want to leave this mountaintop at all. I want to grow so tall that when people stop to look at me, they will raise their eyes to heaven and think of God. I will be the tallest tree in the world!
Years passed, the rains came, the sun shone, and the little trees grew tall. One day the woodcutters climbed the mountain.
This tree is beautiful. It is the perfect tree for me.
Now I shall be made into a beautiful chest. I shall hold wonderful treasure. Oh, this tree is strong. It is perfect for me.
Now I shall sail mighty waters. I will be a strong ship fit for kings. Oh, show no care. He doesn't look up or appreciate it. Oh, it's in parentheses. So would that be the narrator? Or would I say?
No,
No,
you just have to act
ignore
it
it.
out.
Oh. Who's tree 3?
I am.
Okay.
Then you have to say your line.
Any tree will do for me.
Anyway. Cut them down.
Okay. So I bend over the first tree, standing hammering into it. Which one's the first tree? Manger. Tree 1. I'm not tree 1.
Oh,
Tree 1.
well, the narrator. Oh, whoops, sorry. I was so excited when the woodcutter brought me to the carpenter, but he did not fashion me into a beautiful chest covered with gold or to be filled with jewels. No, I was coated with sawdust and filled with hay for hungry farm animals.
Top, top, top.
Tree number 2.
I smiled as the woodcutter brought me to the shipyard, but no mighty sailing ships were being made that day. Instead, my once strong timbers were being hammered and sawed into a simple fishing boat. I was too small and too weak to sail an ocean or even a river. I was bought by a man named Peter and taken to a little lake. Every day, I brought in loads of dead, smelly fish.
The third tree was confused when the woodcutter cut her into strong beams and left her in a lumber yard.
What happened? All I ever wanted to do was stay on the mountaintop and point to God.
Many days and nights passed. The 3 trees nearly forgot their dreams, but one night,
It was amazing. I felt as though golden starlight poured over me as a young woman placed her newborn baby into my timbers. I felt sorry as I heard her husband tell her how he wished he could build her a cradle. But then I felt proud and wonderful as a young mother squeezed his hand, smiled, and said, "This manger is beautiful." Then I knew I was holding the greatest treasure in the world.
One evening, a tired traveler came along with Peter and his friends and climbed aboard. The traveler fell asleep as I quietly sailed out onto the lake. Soon, a thundering storm arose. I shuddered. I knew I did not have the strength to carry so many passengers safely through the wind and rain. The tired man awakened. He stood up, stretched out his hand, and said, "Peace." The storm stopped as quickly as it had begun. Suddenly, I was carrying the King of Heaven and Earth.
It was a Friday morning when I yanked from the forgotten woodpile. I flinched as I was carried through an angry and jeering crowd. Somehow I could feel that the man carrying me was innocent. I had never felt so ugly, harsh, and cruel as when they laid this man on my timbers and pounded and pounded and pounded nails through each of his hands and feet. But on Sunday morning, When the sun rose and the earth trembled with joy beneath me, I knew that God's love had changed everything.
It made the first little tree beautiful, and made the second tree strong, and every time people thought of the third tree, they would think of God.
Yeah.